Good, no,
Okay, we're on, we're live.
yeah, we're live.
Okay, good evening. Welcome Thompson Zoning Board of Appeals. It's May 8th. And we'll call this meeting to order and have a roll call, please.
Kirby Kuna, Jason St. Ange.
Jeff Bolte.
Paul Lakey.
Kevin Dino. We will be seating Paul Linky as an alternate tonight. Everybody else here is a regular member, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And our first public hearing is ZBA 23-2, John Lowe III. Not here. Okay, we'll move on to the second one. ZBA 23-03, Scott Santer. Are you here? Come on up, Scott. Could you raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help God.
Yes.
Can you tell us what you're doing, please?
Look for a variance on my property.
Okay.
Tell us about it. What are we trying to do?
Yeah, I got 1.3 acres. I have a big lot on the side of my house, all cleared. I came up with an idea with the price of land and everything out there nowadays. I offered it to my son if he was interested. He was very interested at that point. At this point, I came to the town hall just to research it and see what I could do about it, and this is where I am right now.
May I explain? Okay,
Yeah.
so we, like we said, let's say 1.3, just for, because it's 1.1.
128.
So let me see what I wrote here. He's requesting a variance to create two lots at his address. And it will decrease the lot size according to Article 4A, Section 3A, dimensional requirements. And Article 4A, Section D, lot frontage. So the total existing frontage is 259 feet. Lot split will give 150 feet of frontage. And Mr. Santier will keep 40,000 square feet, which complies to that district and the zoning regulations. So we're, okay, the second lot will have 109-foot frontage, so he needs a variance of, I didn't put it in there, but take 250 from 109.
41.
Yeah, 41, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs a variance of 41 feet for the frontage. Lot size is 1.28 acres, area 55,800.35 square feet. Buildable lot size required in RRAD is 40,000. Split lot will have 15,800.36 buildable area. And the second lot, an applicant is requesting a variance of 24,199.64 square feet in the lot split. So I think that I have these maps here. And you can see that he is absolutely surrounded by Wyndham Trust land. There's one property on the side of Wyndham Trust, but behind belongs to Dennis, but everything else in that side for quite distance, I think goes almost halfway up to Broadbrook Road.
Where are you on here?
Right there.
You're right.
Yeah, it's on Wood Hill Road, Wyndham Trust is.
You have both of these right here now, Scott?
Just this one, I think. It's gonna be
Yeah, I
split.
believe that's
You're
my
trying to cut-
neighbor.
You're trying to cut this in.
I believe so. I believe that's the one.
He owns that right there.
And my neighbor's actually right
But-
here.
Oh, okay, so this is your neighbor and you're trying to cut this in.
Right,
here.
right where that
Yeah.
line is what we're kind of trying to do.
What is this right here, Cindy? This little, there's
That's my neighbor.
That's the neighbor and they're here.
there's a house. Okay, the neighbor's
Yeah,
here.
the name was long, so
So,
Okay, yeah.
I didn't write it in there, but I thought if anybody asked.
Yeah.
And I have, you got this picture, right? That's a panoramic picture. I did an estimate of where it was gonna split.
Yeah, I was up there today.
It's, this is completely clear right here.
Yeah,
That's
I was
what
up
we're
there
talking.
today. Went there today.
So my house is here. I have a back garage.
That leaves you with how many square feet on your piece?
His is
Your
only
house?
40, his stays at 40,000.
What's the other one gonna be?
Okay,
Whatever she just said,
Well,
I didn't catch.
About 15 change, about 24 short. A little more than 24,000 short.
So that'll be a pretty small one.
If you look at the actual size of the lot, it's pretty big if you're looking. from
Yeah,
the
but
road.
not zoned in an R 40 zone. That's half the size it needs to be.
That's for when comments are finished, if this is something that's gotta be brought up. I'll pass it to the rest when you bring it up.
That lot wouldn't even qualify in an R 20 zone.
What was that again?
That lot wouldn't even qualify in an R 20 zone.
Well, we don't have an R 20 zone anymore,
But
that
it's-
lot will qualify in. Common residential district, Lake District. Thompson Corridor Development District, Downtown Mill Rehabilitation District. That would qualify in those districts. But we, like I said, we don't have an R 20 anymore.
Any other questions?
I think the only question I have would be for Cindy, because he's abutting Wyndham Land Trust. They don't generally sell off land.
No.
and Unless they can recoup it from somebody else, right?
That's in perpetuity, yeah, it's forever.
Yeah,
In trust,
well, they don't swap land out either, right? They
No.
wouldn't-
No,
no. Like I said, he's surrounded there, well, we'll get to the next part as soon as, you ask, people who want to speak for or against it. There's another part in the record. Well, maybe we should talk about that now, because I put it in the record. So I received a memo from the Inland Wetlands Commission, and I put the Attorney Roberts' opinion first. And then you can decide what you want to do with the rest of the memo. So this is a thread email, so my first message is on the bottom, and then you go to the top. That's correct. How we do it today in the modern world. So this is, underneath is her memo, and this is what I asked the attorney, and this was his answer. And then he has a second answer on the second page of the emails.
thank you.
You got it. Would you like to see that while you're there?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, sure, that's for you.
All right, is there any, before we get into this, is there anybody here for or against this variance? Come on up, state your name, please. You state your name and address for the secretary, please.
Mary Frudenthal, 136 Elmwood Hill Road, Thompson, Connecticut. So our property is adjacent to Santier.
Mhm.
And we support the project. We have no objections, no concerns. Frudenthal, you know, spell it? Yes, please. REUDENPHAL. Thank you. Yeah. 136 Elmwood Hill.
Thank you.
You want to say anything?
It's the same thing. It'll help their family. I got a son has a young child that would help for care.
Yep.
To keep the family, have a tight, close family. Be good for their family.
Thank you. Anybody else for or against this variance?
There's nothing in the record, no one called and no one sent anything in the record for or against. But one thing that you might want to note, I don't know if anybody took a ride up there, to look at the property.
I was there today.
But there are not a lot of houses around.
No.
there.
Right.
No, I was there today, to be
Pretty
quite honest.
empty area.
That lot's pretty dry, Scott, right?
For the most part.
So I don't know if you want to read that, Kevin, if you want to read it into the record, it was.
It really
got
doesn't
it,
affect
I think
I don't know if we have to
Doesn't
read,
affect-
I don't think
doesn't-
we have to read this into the record. We can
It doesn't-
stipulate that it's going into the record.
No, it doesn't-
Do we have
Up to you.
that we have a letter from the zoning enforcement officer stating that, he feels that a wetland survey should be done before,
No, it's the wetland agent.
isn't that what I just said?
No, you said zoning
Zoning
enforcement
enforcement.
officer wanted it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Wetlands agent wanted the zoning enforcement officer to get a wetlands inspection before it came to a variance. What is our procedure?
The procedure is exactly what the attorney said.
Yeah.
The procedure, they get their variance. In this
But in the
case,
past, have we always gone to variance and then,
yeah, you give it a variance and then they go for their other application.
Now, what happens if the wetlands does
Right.
not accept that lot?
Then
Then he's gonna lose that lot.
well, he's not gonna lose the lot.
No, but yeah, we can't build on
They
it.
just won't split it, yeah.
They won't split it.
So he does.
Yeah. Okay,
So what he does is he gets his variance. And then he can go get an engineer to do a
Right.
site design.
Yeah.
He has to go to Northeast District Department of
Right.
Health for the perk test,
Yeah.
which is what she's requiring
right,
in her memo.
I get that.
So they will do their perk test for the well and sewer.
Yeah.
She would have to go out there and look, you know, Scott took some pictures today. I don't know if you're interested in seeing them, but there is wetlands in Wyndham Trust, but it'll be in the upland review.
Yeah.
If they find that it's on that property, well, guess what? But it's, and then they go, they have to get a subdivision, a re-subdivision, because the lot was subdivided before. So they come for re-subdivision. That gets passed, they go upstairs for their building permit, and the building permit, Northeast District Department of Health has to sign off. I have to sign
Yeah.
off. Marla has to sign off. I don't know how far the fire marshal goes with an individual home, and who else was on something else, conservation, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody has to sign off on it.
Yeah.
It's not like
You would have to have all of,
everything. in
once he
place.
gets the variance, if we, if you to him, and he gets the survey done, he's all set to go. If it fails, then that's it.
Yeah, the planning and zoning commission, if he comes up and it's all wetlands, maybe you won't even apply to planning and zoning.
Yeah.
How big my lot is.
Yeah,
I live on
You have to
it.
apply to the wetlands first.
Go to the lot, That's fine.
Goes to them first, then it comes to us, to the planning and zoning.
Mine is 200 by.
They already did
This-
apply to wetlands?
This is just the other.
No, he doesn't have to.
As far as the.
Why, I would
How
never
big is the property?
require that of him, because why go to that expense until you get your variance? You get your variance, and then your plans are set in
It's a
motion.
commercial.
So.
But
Big
like
story.
the attorney said, you read his reply, that it's not in the inland wetlands jurisdiction to dictate that an application for variance complies
Right.
with wetlands. Since I've never,
All right,
5.5 years I've been here. 5 years in Putnam, 18 years on the zoning board in Putnam. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, because if he did that first and then came, he'd be, and we denied it, he'd be spending money foolishly.
yeah, right, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
But then again, even if we give the variance, we can have it done and it don't pass, he's still spending it.
yeah, he spent the money for the variance.
But you're spending less.
Well,
He's spending a lot less.
And the other thing too is like, you know, a lot of times it's happened in the past is. Somebody's building a house up on top of a hill and there's a lake 2 miles away and they say, well, you're gonna see, make sure that it's not within the wetlands. Well, geez and crow, you can see that.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
and sometimes it comes to that. But I can see the point that, you know, and they're concerned about the environment, and wetlands and all that stuff, but.
And if you look at her letters, I don't know how well you looked at the maps behind it. But I rechecked my figures, and according to Machio, who gives you the measurements plus the site plan that he submitted, my figures are correct.
Yeah.
The acreage is correct, the frontage is correct, except I forgot to tell you in my memo how much frontage she needed as a variance, so.
Any other questions, folks?
And just remember, when you close the public hearing, you can ask the applicant any questions that you have not mentioned, anything that you haven't mentioned in your.
All right, so I guess one of the questions I have for Scott is, have you explored any way of possibly adding a little bit of acreage to your property? Have you talked about that at all, or is it something that's off the table?
How would we do that? I say that if it's when you trust, I don't put a trusted wrap around it.
Yeah, the only person that you would be able to buy land from would be your neighbors.
I don't think it would be that.
It's just it's a big shortage. That's what I'm looking at. It's 24,000 square.
You know what, when I'm listening to the numbers, it sounds short. If I'm looking at the picture, it looks big.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of.
You could
big.
definitely fit a house in there without any trouble because it's.
Correct. I mean, if you said you went by it and looked at it today, what do you think? What do you think of what you're seeing?
Yeah, it's a pretty flat square lot, so yeah, it's.
Right, and that's the way I looked at it, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even have brought it to this whole situation if I didn't think it made sense.
Sure.
Yeah.
I cut it for years, you know, we had a dirt track down there for years for the kids, all that stuff. That's why it was cleared many years ago. I'm just sitting there looking at it going, damn. You know, my son, I have two boys, they're both looking at land. It's $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 everywhere you go. The thought came up,
Yeah.
I gave both options to both my boys. Quinn was the one that decided that he thought that would be a nice thing, because he has a young daughter and my wife watches her quite often. So the situation would be ideal
Yeah, convenient to be
if
close.
everything works out. And that's kind of where we're at with this. If it works, it'd be wonderful. If it don't work, then it's, you know, move on to the next plan.
And that's why I took that panoramic view, so that you could see, you know, I couldn't
Yeah.
get the house in it.
Familiar with it. I'm familiar.
It's different than
Yeah, I'm familiar with
than the words.
with the
you know.
parcel. I've seen it before I've driven by it. And it's a nice side lot there. It's, you know. Like you said, most other places in town, whether it's a commercial district or a lake district or in town district, they would conform.
Right.
And what-
We haven't had to face anything like this since the new regulations have been rewritten. This is the first time somebody wants to subdivide a lot that's with a big deficiency. Yeah,
Well, didn't you say that this could possibly fall into what the Lake District has? Did you say
Yeah,
that?
well, the Lake District has
Yeah,
15,000.
so basically, if it would
yeah.
fall into that, then it would be conformed to.
Yeah.
For the size of-
Yeah, I mean,
So,
sort of.
I mean, just as a comparison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the street from the lake anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, this lake was 45,000 square feet when it passed in 2020. And we changed it this year to back to 15,000.
So say 4,500, right?
45, did I say 45,000? I apologize. 45.
We know it's 45,000 on the lake. Ooh.
that'd be some expensive.
Did we just talk?
Tearing down a lot of houses on the lake.
It was 40,000, or 40.
Yeah.
And we changed the regulations for our 80 from 80,000 square feet, and we made everything
About
R
40.
for, I guess, for the purpose of what Mr. Santana knows in the district, is so that it's easier for people to build on their properties.
Any other questions? Get a motion to close the public hearing, please.
I'll make a motion to close the hearing.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
All right.
Motion carries. Discussion going forward is amongst the members.
Well, you're gonna do the next application,
But we haven't
and then
approved,
you discuss the public hearings and vote on.
What application? We do these one right after the other.
we didn't,
Right, yeah.
we didn't approve this variance, we just approved the closing of the
Right.
hearing,
Oh,
that's
okay,
all.
all right.
So what are
Way
our
ahead of
options?
us tonight.
Continue
And
it?
it's
So we're, we
This
just
is
closed the
like-
public hearing and now we're gonna vote on the variance.
Right, exactly,
Very nice to be.
exactly. I got nothing to add. Have you thought about, I can't ask anyone.
Can't ask any more questions.
So that's our only option is vote
Yeah, we're
or
voting, that's it.
Yes or no? I guess there's no other, we haven't explored anything else. So, make a motion to vote. Yes vote will be to pass the variance as requested. No is no. Please state your name and your vote.
Kirby Kuna, yes.
Jason St. Ange, yes.
Jeff Bolte, yes.
Paul Linky, yes.
Kevin Bino, yes. Variance passes.
Okay, that's. Okay, that's fine. No, that's great, but except that you were supposed to do all the public hearings and then discuss.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
No,
that's
we
right on
don't.
the agenda.
We do the public, well, unless you changed it,
Thank you, guys.
because we do the public hearing, we vote on it, and we do the next.
That's right, always.
So I don't know what you're. what
Been
you're
doing that
talking
for 20 years.
Well, that's, okay, all right.
about. We changed that about 8-9 years ago.
This would chair.
So then how did we get this? How did we get this?
That's what you wrote, that's what you wrote up.
Yeah, I know it. How did we get that? Because it's been like this since I've been here.
I'm telling
Oh,
you.
we've
that
always
you go
done what we
back in
just
your
did today.
minutes, that we always do a public hearing and a vote, public hearing and a vote.
I don't have any problem with that. And I don't think the people have any problem with that either.
Anybody know, remember anything different?
No, that's always, that's the way I've always done it.
All right.
You don't have to stay here anymore.
Yeah, you're all set.
Yeah, you're all set.
The variance is passed, you don't have to stay. So people don't know they don't have to stay. They all sit there like, what do I do now?
Good night, guys.
You can stay if you want.
Okay,
Amy, you want to ask something?
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, I just want to say, I think it's great that you all voted yes, because it's a chance to help a resident improve their living overall, you know, the well-being of their families. So thank you.
okay, third on the agenda is application 23-4, David Bowe.
I'm here.
Could you raise your right hand, please? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes,
And Dave, your address is?
511 Brandy Hill Road, Thompson.
Okay, could you give us your plan here?
Okay, my house was built before there was zoning, very small, it's only 680 square feet. And I'm looking to build in it's in the setback, that's what the problem is, it's in the 10-foot setback from the property line on the road, and it's gonna be slightly more than 25% of the original footprint. So I need to build, the plan is to build a small garage, because I really need the storage space. The house is 3 bedrooms and it's really packed in the 680 square feet. So then I'm gonna do a total renovation on the house afterwards, which, and believe me, it needs everything. It has the original roof on it still from 1967. It doesn't leak a drop. but it looks like-
You're a lucky
it looks
man.
very bad.
You're a lucky man.
It was my grandparents' place, that's how I ended up with it. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is the lot is about 9,000 square feet, the structure is gonna end up 1278, so it's way less than 25% of the property that's there. I have verbal approval from Marla that she's gonna give me agent approval for the plan for the wetland. I have the plan drawn up by J&D Engineering. And the house has a brand new state-of-the-art septic system already installed. And I guess that's about it. Any questions?
Where are you in relation to the rod? Across the street?
No, Rod.
You're way down,
Mile and a
you're
half
way
up
down,
the road.
okay, you're way
Yeah,
down.
I'm
there.
right, where Brandy Hill Road and Aquatic Town Farm Road.
Oh, you're way down there.
We're right in that cove.
Okay, all right, oh,
You're
yeah.
right, you're right on the lake or?
Right on the lake. I have 150 feet of waterfront.
Oh, okay, you're way down there. Oh, you're going this way on the lake. Okay.
So how many feet did you say the front of the house was?
The frontage on the road.
Yeah.
Is 200, almost 200 feet on
No,
road.
I don't mean
100
that, the house from the road.
Oh, the house is 10 feet from the road,
Okay,
it's
so you-
2 feet from the property
So
line.
much problem, isn't
Oh.
just extending.
Yeah,
it.
that's why I'm in.
He's
that
already in
10-foot
the setback,
Okay,
just
so-
extending it, not getting
You're
any
in
closer.
the setback with roadway, but that setback doesn't have anything to do with your variance, because you are non-conforming.
Correct.
And you're following the same pattern of the building.
Yes, I'm keeping this
Right,
file,
not-
the garage. is
This
gonna
variance
match the
concerns
style.
25% of coverage on the property. That's what we're here for.
He wants, yeah.
Because he's in the
He's
setback.
gonna be over 25%.
Oh, absolutely.
No, it's gonna be, I'm going more than 25%
Yeah.
outside the footprint. I'm gonna be using less than 25% of the actual lot. The lot is 9,000 square feet.
Okay,
When
But
the
you-
project is done, it'll be 1270.
Are you
Yeah, usually
restricted to the
This
25%
is gonna be
because it's not
25% of
conforming?
this.
Is that what you're saying?
oh,
Yeah, if
all
I
right,
was
now,
only
all right,
doing
now I
this
got, all right, all right.
one-car garage,
Yeah, I get it.
I wouldn't even need a variance, I would just go get a
Okay,
building.
right, okay,
Yeah.
I get it, yeah.
No,
The
the
problem
garage
is
is more than
you're still gonna be in
25%
the
side.
setback.
Correct,
Yeah,
and
you-
you notice I'm doing a little bump, a 4-foot bump out of the house,
back.
opening up, because right now the living room's only 10 foot
Yeah.
by
Okay.
15. I go
But
back
yeah,
to,
you don't really even,
another 4 feet.
that's not part of your
I
variance.
get it
the
now.
Bump out is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Right,
I think my memo said he wants it, it's 45% more than what the.
right, then you normally would get.
I can't find my memo now, I had it. I can't find it.
I was
Yeah,
confused,
within the
I what
letter-
you were asking
within the
for.
letter you sent.
I thought he was talking about total lot coverage,
Yeah.
no,
What's it
Maybe
to,
it's
but
over.
legally you could have come up here. You want to finish the whole double. garage.
Okay, so,
You can do 25%,
yeah,
well, this is what he's adding on.
Yeah, he's well.
yeah, whatever, but,
He's adding, so.
yeah, so you could have put that, but he's gonna put a double.
Well, actually, if you look, the entrance to the garage is not gonna be on the road. The garage entrance is gonna be in the gable end here. This is an existing driveway.
okay,
That's
yeah.
been here fit, so you're gonna drive in and go in the garage this way.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, see, yeah, legally you're here,
Yeah, well,
And you're looking-
you could have done it here.
right, without a problem.
Yeah, without any issue.
Right.
But I really need the storage space.
Yeah.
I'm really tight on storage space. That's the problem.
This is the house is 680 square.
680 square feet now, correct?
It's tiny.
More.
It's a little, that's a
And
little.
3 bedrooms.
Yeah, what are they like?
I won't be adding any bedrooms, believe me.
Any other questions, folks? Members,
Okay, but I can see.
you sure can.
Thank you.
Anybody here for or against this variance? Now's your time to speak. Okay, need a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion to close public hearing.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All right,
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, discussion.
You know, he's adding on to the house already. That's not conforming as it is. You know,
It's keeping the same
he's
line.
Keeping the same line, so it's, I don't see a big issue with it. You know. It's,
And not only that, it was in existence before, the regulations were
Right.
put into place.
yep,
So we're not changing any other dimension. They're doing exactly what it says.
Any motions to vote on this? Any conditions? Everybody happy?
No.
Need a motion to vote on the variance?
I'll make a motion to vote on this.
second,
Seconded by Kirby, all in favor?
all right,
Okay, so a yes vote will be to pass the variance and a no is to not pass it. Name and your vote, please.
Kirby Cuno, yes?
Jason St. Ange, yes.
Jeff Holder, yes.
Pauline, yes.
Kevin Bino, yes. You're all set.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right, what are we gonna do with your first,
The first guy, I don't know.
That next month. right?
That's good, yeah.
It doesn't have to be to have a public hearing. So it'd be nice. I'd push them off. I'd push them off to the next month.
Okay,
I think they should be.
I think we should push John Lowe off to the
Yeah.
next month.
yes.
Yeah, we can't get any information from him, so we can't ask any questions.
Let's get money out of him to advertise because we've our budget for advertising is zippos.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to ask him for money to re-advertise. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'll call him Wednesday and see what he, why he didn't come.
Any reason could happen, you know?
But there were two things that he needed to give too. He needed to give me the certified receipt for the sensible letters. And he needed, I had asked him to take the site plan that I think you got in your packet
Yeah.
and please mark on there where the garage is going.
Mhm.
I had asked for
Yeah.
that in my first step letter.
Yeah.
And I didn't get either of them.
Well, maybe he's not as serious as most people are about getting a variance. So.
Oh, I'll let you know.
So we make a motion on that? Kevin? Push that to the next-
We could, somebody could make a motion to carry this forward.
I'll do it. I'll make a motion. We carry that John Lowe application forward to the next
Okay,
ZBA meeting.
that you put in.
Second, anybody?
second.
All in favor?
Aye. Yeah,
And Jeff seconded it. All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll do that
All right.
next month. All right,
Approval of the ZBA minutes from last month. Need a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept last month's minutes.
I'll second it. All in favor?
All right,
In our correspondence, we have our ZEO memo. Minutes from the Planning and Zoning Commission. ZBA budget. Any comments on any of that? Applications and appeals and variances, I assume we have none.
None.
Applications received after the agenda posted were none. Old business. Bates Auto Parts.
hey, you're gonna find out what's going on down there.
Come on up.
Alright. Carlos Bastos, 77 Soap Street, Bayville, Connecticut.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, go ahead, give us an update, Carlos.
So a few months back, we filed for a stormwater permit, which we finally got about a month or so ago, about 4 weeks ago. About a week and a half ago, or close to 2 weeks now, we filed our application with the state for the recyclers permit, which is the scrapyard, junkyard permit. They returned the packet to us this week or Thursday of last week. Ernie is the one that had to file everything, as he's the attorney, as the executor at the estate. So they returned it to us. There's a couple of things that they are requesting in addition to what we've already sent. So they kind of want a full package before processing it. It does look like it's more of a, they're pushing paper than anything else. So I'm sure that once we get them everything else that they need, which I've been trying to reach out to Ernie, I've asked him, I left a message for him to come today, but something must have came up. So I plan on this week and going and running after everything else that they're requesting. It's nothing major. They're requesting that we redo the sales tax permit.
Have you started any cleanup over there?
We did, not on the actual scrapyard, so I. Related but unrelated, I did buy the 2 houses in front of the scrapyard during the tax sale. I took out about 20 container loads of just trash. So I've started that process. I've gotten permits for septics on both houses, as the houses that have septics before. So I started all that cleanup, and across the street, I started cleaning up just the front of the scrapyard. So by the road, it's cleaned up quite a bit. All I've done on that is anything that I could fit in the containers that I was doing on the other houses. I brought over and I threw in the container. Anything else that I couldn't, that was too big or something of that nature, I just tossed to the scrapyard side.
Has that slowed down people dropping trash off there?
So what we did is, I'm sure if any of you guys drive by it, there's quite a few logs there. And I grabbed all the logs and I put right around the road. That stopped most of the dumping. And I also put some tires in the front of the scrapyard, so no one's really gone there to dump anything major. But they have been dumping a trash bag here and there, which every time I drive by that I see it, I'll pick it up and. I have a, 4-yard dumpster at the
The
my,
car
yeah.
dealership, yeah.
Yeah, the dealership, so whenever I see a bag there, I just grab it and toss it in there, I always have some extra space.
Put a camera,
One less bag.
put a camera up.
Well, we just recently just upgraded the service on the house across the street. So we finally have electricity on that house, so the plan is to put a camera up now and.
What are you doing, flipping those two houses?
Rehabbing those.
So we already dug the foundation. My brother's gonna live in one of the houses, so he'll be able to keep an eye on everything as it happens. But we already dug the foundation, we're hopefully getting it poured this week. And finalizing all the building permits this week as well. So we're gonna do an addition on Fred's old house, and then the other house, we haven't decided if we're gonna tear it down and put up a new house, or if we're just gonna do an addition on that as well. But they've both been gutted.
Yeah.
They've both been gutted and they're down to the.
One was
studs.
worse than the other, though.
One was worse than the other.
Yeah.
I don't know which one was worse. Literally, yeah. 20 containers out of
Oh,
just
man.
in trash. Yeah, 22, so just in trash,
You got
like,
you got plenty more across the street.
yeah, yeah, so.
Well, at least you're gaining on it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, slowly we've been doing everything that we've been able to do on the house side, if we can do something on the.
Yeah.
We cut down some of the trees that were kind of right in the front, all the dead trees and everything like that. So at least it's somewhat clear now. I did get a burning permit. To burn some of the brush, they didn't want me to burn everything, so they just do it as time goes on, I'll get rid of it, everything slowly. So hopefully in the matter, I was hoping that this week we'd have some sort of response from the DMV other than, you need XYZ for us to even look at the application. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to finish everything that they're requesting, and then we'll reapply, and then that'll be, I'm assuming it's gonna be about a month or so after they have everything in hand. They do send out a state police to come out and inspect the site, and in which case, to do an inspection, in which case they'll tell me, now you need to do this, this, and this before we can release the permit. So. Any questions? Concerns?
You got your certificate of location, right? That came from the town.
Yep, I got that. I got this
And
water.
then the stormwater with DEP, does DMV, did they do their inspection for your location, say it was okay? But that would be part of the process.
No, so they won't actually approve the location. It comes from the town and from the DEP. So
Okay.
now that we do have those approvals in place, DMV, quote unquote, automatically accepts it, the location.
Yeah, if they're good with what DEP says, and then.
Exactly.
They follows through, and then you'd be able to get your
Exactly.
permit to
So
go.
we have our stormwater permit. We're in the process of doing our stormwater management plan, I think is what it's called.
Yeah,
So we'll need to do some sort of something at the bottom of the lot, which was expected anyway.
Mhm.
So it's just a matter of just waiting on DMV now or us finalizing the application and then waiting for DMV to send out an inspector, and then they'll tell us now, you need to do this, this, and this before we can finalize it, and then you need to, meet your other requirements with the town or with the DEP, which at that point,
Yeah.
we'll need to have a stormwater plan in place. We have the permit, but we'll need to have a stormwater plan in place in order to finalize that process, and then finalize everything else with the town that we need to do, which is mostly the same thing that DMV requires as well.
Baby steps, but at least it's moving.
Yeah, they're doing
Exactly.
something, yeah.
Exactly, it was a 90-day, not probation, waiting period, I guess, for the stormwater plan.
it's usually 45.
Yeah, so it was 90 days, so we applied within, I think, 3 weeks, once we got the approval from the town last time, so we applied within 3 weeks. And then it was just a waiting game really to do anything. Which we finally got by that. He was back.
And what you're gonna get's gonna be motor vehicle recycling, right?
So, yeah,
It's not gonna be.
it's a recycler's permit, it's what it's called, but it's a solid, yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna tell the people it's a junkyard because they.
Yeah, it used to be called the junkyard license. I think that was
Recycling, most
Yeah.
vehicle recycling.
yes, I think the state changed that a few years back as.
But it's still gonna be, buy and sell parts too.
Yeah, I plan on mostly doing just parts as it's cleaner and neater and, you know, I. I don't wanna do a whole lot of salvaging, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
You
you're not gonna do like them guys, did they past owners, they did all their business out in the street, you're not gonna do that?
No. Well, I plan on actually finally, once we get the whole point of cleaning up the whole front is to put some actual parking over there, you know, as.
you're not
So
gonna,
it's just a mess.
you're not running, scrap and, like buying and selling metal though.
No, we're not doing scrap.
It's parts only, right?
Yeah.
It's parts and salvage, so scrapping the cars, just not like, I'm not gonna be dealing.
So
with
they'll
Bring
be
the
coming,
cars in, you grab the stuff that's good, put it. in
they'll take it away on a
Yeah,
flatbed and
we'll crush the cars and.
scrap it somewhere else.
And scrap it, and then they'll shred it, they'll
Yeah.
shred the car set elsewhere.
But you're gonna keep inventory of parts there, though.
Yeah, so it's hopefully we'll be able to keep. I think close to about 500 cars on the property, I think is what it'll sustain, just for parts, and then we'll have about half an acre where we'll, which is gonna be like demolition. Side of the business where once the car has met all its expectations and parts, then you smash it up and send it out to get shredded and do process.
So is there a plan for like a steel building there or something like that?
So
or
the
storage?
DSB requires, so they don't require me to put up a building, but they do require for me to do it on a concrete pad. Which I believe is 40 by 40, or I think it's 40 by 40. So I'll need to do that, and it doesn't need to be covered, so at the very least, I need to put up a couple containers and cover it.
Then they have catch water basins and things like that.
Yeah,
Are
so,
they-
but
Are they gonna require you under your license that you're gonna drain all the fluids out of them before?
that's a requirement, before you even put the car.
That's why you gotta have that back, because they do that at the scrap yards.
Correct, yeah, so we need to drain all, before we pull any parts or anything, the process would be, the car comes in. Either gets weighed or whatever, and then it goes to the processing section where they drain all the fluids. The car then goes and sits in the yard to pull parts. Once it's met its end of life, we grab the car back up and then we pull any other parts that we want before just smashing it and tossing it in the truck to, to get shredded.
Definitely planning to put a building up.
Yeah, the plan is
So
to
you
put a
need one,
building.
you need
The
that.
plan, yeah, we'll need it
They
because.
want to have storage of parts inside, not like out there for somebody to come and steal
Exactly,
it.
there's no office there currently, so we're gonna need to put up a.
Trailer over there.
Yeah. Worked inside that trailer and many years ago when I first got into this place, we actually had probably about 120, 140 cars on the property, and we had cut down all the little trees. We had started to organize it, and it was fairly organized. It didn't have nearly as many tires as there is there when, but people just been dumping and adding to it, which, I mean, at this point, it is what it is, but the dumping has stopped for the most part, so that's a plus.
There's no cars currently on the property or
There's
a
a,
few.
there's a few of like, but I wouldn't really call it cars, it's more of a chassis here and there and
Yeah.
anything of value.
Who's gone?
People will pretty much stole, yeah.
Now, when you get a bunch of cars that you're gonna get rid of, you're gonna have somebody come in and flatten them and haul them away, or you're gonna take care of the cars?
So, yeah, so we'd flatten them and then, so typically. We sell to either like Rubino Brothers or Sims Metal
Yeah, you're gonna
Management.
do that process and get
Yeah,
rid of them,
yeah.
or you're gonna have like. Freddie used to have somebody come in, they used to flatten all the cars and the trailers would come in and haul them out.
So we have someone else come in with the trailers, we flatten them ourselves.
Yeah.
And then so we're gonna need to. have
What do you
an
flat, use an
excavator.
excavator, or what do you, how do you,
You buy a press.
Or
Yeah.
a
or is
crusher.
it pressed?
Yeah, crusher.
Yeah.
Or you'll have a crusher on site.
Yep, so we need to get a crusher, but until we can afford the crusher, we do it like old school, we have it with an
Like a loader.
excavator and then you
Flatten
and
it down.
Yeah.
and everything in and then smash it down there.
Yeah.
A crusher gives you, I don't know, 40%
More?
more per load, so.
Yeah, how much is a crusher?
You,
A lot.
100,000,
A lot. That's it, not cheap.
a few 100,000 for a new one, but I mean,
Wonder.
Yeah.
yeah, for a new one, brand new one, so. until then.
You could buy a few excavators for that.
Except a lot of,
So
a lot
that's
of
a-
cars crushed in the
So that's a couple of weeks off.
at $300 a car.
Yeah.
itself, the payload, would be like close to 500,000, so.
Yeah,
I've got a couple.
Yeah.
And that's just.
It's kind of expensive.
it's an expensive operation,
Yeah.
expensive startup for sure.
Everything is today.
Yeah. All right.
Anything
I'm happy.
just like that.
All right, well, thank you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll have some better news shortly, you know, and
You're
as soon as
progressing, and
I,
that's
Glad you're
great.
making progress.
as soon as I have more news, I'll listen, you know, and then if you
Yeah.
guys need me to come back up, I'm more than happy to do
Yeah.
that.
Good
Thank you,
updates.
fellas.
Thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
You have a good night.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Yep, have a good night. Okay. This item 10 is to discuss the amendment to our bylaws. I think this is regarding citizens' comments. Is that correct?
Well, it is, but, you know, you mentioned earlier that,
Second page.
I'm looking at, I'm going back to 2017, and I don't know how the agenda got like it got. But if you look at my memo and copy down what is in the existing bylaws. And how, I don't know how far back, let's see,
See, I don't.
new business. Yeah, I mean. You never really, up to 2017, that's where I'm going back to.
Yeah.
You never followed what's in the bylaw. The order of the agenda in the bylaws.
Okay, so I guess I'm still at a loss here. What are we trying to amend here?
Well, we wanted to put in, it's not citizen, it's
Members' comments.
Right,
Isn't that what we wanted to insert in there?
right,
Right.
but. What order do you want your agenda? Because.
Are you talking about the variances and all that in the hearings? Are you going back to that?
Where do you, I think what she's saying, where do you want to put member comments?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Oh, okay.
Can you-
But I think she's also talking about the hearings too.
Can you look at the new bit in my?
The hearings have always been conducted
Right
the
after
last
here.
8 years, just exactly the way we did them. Now, P and Z does them the way you say.
Yeah, we're not talking, we're talking about DBA.
Yeah.
What I'm asking you, if you look at what I wrote under your current bylaws, there isn't even a line item in here for public hearings in your current bylaws. Did you look at your current bylaws? I gave you copies of them.
I did not. Now we gotta do homework. Oh, we're gonna change
Well,
the
it-
clause.
It does state unless otherwise determined by the chairman, the order of business at regular meetings shall be what you have here,
Okay,
but if.
Yeah.
You know,
if you have a public hearing, you gotta put it in the agenda.
right,
Okay,
there's
I
no
understand.
section for public hearing.
Yeah. So the second part of that is I took off the agenda that we just did, the
Mhm.
order of business, so.
Right,
I don't know whether you want to change your bylaw, if you want to put in there, number something, so, you know. Board members' comments. So it's up to you guys, what you want to do.
So how did we ever have public hearings all these years if we never had a way to put it into the meeting agenda?
What do you think,
How did we ever have public hearings if we never had a way to insert it into the meeting agenda?
I wasn't here.
Me either.
I'll say I wasn't here.
I've been here for a long
Never
time. I've been here for a long time, but
It's just like what we do now is you have to discuss public hearings and possible, excuse me, public hearings. Discuss public hearing and possible action. The public hearings is you technically close your public hearings.
And then we.
And then we have.
And then
we vote on it.
Yeah.
that's what we
You
do.
never closed any of these public hearings, you just voted on the application.
No, we
Well,
voted to close the hearing.
Scott and-
Everyone,
did.
we voted to close everyone.
Made a motion to close.
And we voted on it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not what I heard, is at least on the second.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Same
we
thing.
did.
We did the same exact thing.
Same thing.
All right.
All right, so where's our deficiency here? There's no, I'm. There's nothing in our bylaws that states a public hearing, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, which is. Well,
I mean, I could
So
look
read
back
the
way,
previous
way back
minutes,
for
actually,
next month and the.
Communication bills, it should be-
well, Article 10 also mentions
Some
that we can hold
decisions.
public hearings, it's just not in the current order. of
Well, it
business
says-
due to-
Yeah, I didn't read all of it.
Yeah.
Commission shall hold a public hearing in disregard of.
Yeah.
It's, we may not have a public hearing, or,
Yeah.
well, if we don't have a public hearing, we wouldn't have a
So-
meeting, correct?
Right.
Yeah, right, yeah, we would just,
So-
no,
Yeah.
we'd cancel, yeah.
So we should have open public hearings, then a line for closed public hearings, then member discussion.
How is discuss public hearing and possible.
Well, I think the way we have it set here
It's perfect.
works,
Yeah, it works perfectly.
you know,
Yeah, I mean, this is the way, it's always been
It's-
written up
it's-
like this, and we've always
we,
conducted business
we're
that
gonna
way.
wanna,
But when if you have 3 or 4 applications, you open them, discuss them, close them, then you go on to the next application.
No,
Right.
Then you go
no,
on to the next, and you go on to the
no,
next.
no. You do the public hearing, you close the public hearing, we have a discussion, we vote on it. Then we
Dismiss it.
go to the next one.
right, well, it's, in here, it's.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
It's-
You
That's what we did tonight.
Stating the other
you
way,
don't
like,
vote on it, you just close the public hearing.
Yeah, we do, we vote on it
Well, if
too.
that's what you wanna do.
We have been, yeah.
That's what we have been doing.
Right.
So we've always
And we
done.
changed, I thought we changed the bylaws on this, when you hear about 10 years ago, and we used to do it the way the P and Z did it.
Right,
They did change it, it's not in my drawer.
Oh.
And when Mary Ann left, I did not get any records.
okay.
Okay,
Oh,
well. But that was done maybe about when Danny was, I
When Danny
remember,
was chair,
I
for sure.
remember that because we had a discussion about, should we make all these people stay here
All night.
all
right,
night long,
right,
waiting for us to vote on all these public hearings?
Right.
So why don't we just do each one?
Well,
as they-
They're in here for the first 10 minutes and they're done, and then
They're
they've
gone,
waited
right.
an hour, so
That's not the way the,
it's not stated that.
No, they
way.
do it the other way. They do all their, and then they vote on each one and they make everybody stay. It's-
yeah.
No, and I understand that.
Then they all get involved in
I just
everybody
didn't
else's
know if that
business,
was
that's none of their
what was
business, and it
Yeah.
takes till 10:30 at night to get their meeting done.
Exactly.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so where do we stand here?
Well, we still looking to put members' comments in at some place, or, you know,
It's probably important. You might see things during the month, that if you have questions about. I
Okay.
think it probably should be a line item.
It comes up under new business and old business often, but that's fine. Members' comments is fine.
Kevin, I have a question.
Yes.
Under public hearing, where we list the public hearings, do you want to, are you proposing that we just add public hearing and discuss possible action? Combine line 3 and 4?
Let me get my agenda here. You're saying when you do
yeah,
the,
because we're discussing during and then closing each each individual
Yeah,
application.
See this way, so,
Line 3 and 4.
yeah, see over
I
here,
think that
the
makes
public
sense.
hearing, then you got.
That's how we're handling. it
Right,
anyway.
right.
So you want to put this attached to that, so that we can close out that, then we can close out that.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
so it
even in
makes sense to
the,
me.
the bylaws, it's not in there anyway,
It's
so
not, yeah. that would be-
we could add that, we can.
Have the
add
public
that
hearing,
now.
discuss it, and take
We can
action.
change the bylaws for the now, but.
After each one.
Right, as opposed to at the end of all of them, right,
Right.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
I agree, that,
that's where
So-
I got confused.
yeah, okay. But this is the way we did it tonight, is the way we've always done,
But that's the way you want it. That's fine. That works.
So
for
we
me.
want to combine 3 and 4.
yeah, combine 3 and 4 together.
Yep. After each application will
Right.
be
Yeah,
4, the
Right.
next application will be 4. Correct?
Yep.
Do we need to make a motion on this or is
I think we've done.
Actually, we don't need to make the next application number 4. We can list them all under public hearing and discuss.
right,
Right.
yeah.
And possible action.
You're just moving the,
Possible
just moving the words up to number
Right.
3 instead of number, right, exactly,
Yeah, taking 4 and moving it up into 3.
Yeah. perfect.
And then we still want to add members'
Members'
comments
comments
later in
after
the,
that.
in the meeting, correct?
Yeah, I think I'll suggest that the team dig. Cause you're right, people sit there and they wait, and they wait.
Yeah, that's why we,
That's why we-
when Danny chaired this committee for a
Right,
long
so-
time,
Yeah.
it was a way to streamline the people sitting here for no
Right,
reason for
right,
hours on
right.
it.
We got a motion that,
I
correct?
mean, we don't get a lot of
Yeah.
We're
hearings.
gonna make those changes.
Go ahead, Jeff, make that motion.
All right, I'll make a motion to move item number 4, discuss public hearing and possible action. And combine it with number 3, public hearing.
Second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Now, members' comments, where do we want to add that?
After, last
Add
thing,
one of the last,
After 10 or-
After new business?
yes,
After Lily Ann.
I don't know where your paper was, you had it,
yeah.
Who made that second?
Kevin did.
Kevin?
too much paper.
Yeah, it should be like number 11. Members'
Um,
comments.
yeah, because we're.
This is
shifting
yours,
everything up
first of
one.
all. Like on
Oh,
there,
right, so,
then this is the end of it here,
We'll make it easy.
so it's gonna be after 10.
I'll make a motion. To add members' comments. In between new business and next meeting. Wherever that falls in the
Right.
line.
I'll second
10
that.
and 11, tonight's agenda.
All in favor of that?
All right,
Aye. Motion carries. Okay. Got that, Gloria?
No, I'm getting there. Jeff has a motion.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second that. All in favor?
All right,
Aye.
not bad,
Under an hour.
57 minutes.
Perfect.